tiger in our life. Paul, did we get it? What happened?
No good, buddy.
What happened, man?
You should have sent it to me yesterday.
I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I got a new phone that won't connect to it.
Okay. Then you might want to take your phone out there. I need that slide off of that on the last slide. I need that last slide on there for sure. So you might want to go out there. Or somebody said, was the baby right there? All right. Okay. All right. Just a little technical difficulties here. Just a little technical. All right. So as you look and you see the inside of us and you look at all the things going on, man, I'm going to tell you, why is it that we will not stop and tell somebody about God? I don't understand that. I don't understand why we don't defend what we believe. And you can talk about presidents, you can talk about senators, you can talk about all that, and we run havoc on social media, right? We all do that. But we need to find deep down inside of us what God wants from us. Because evil is not going away. Did you hear me? Evil is not going away. And as long as you and I want to be that little kitty mentality, we're going to get kicked around all over the place. But I'm going to tell you, hopefully they'll get that up there in just a minute. I'm not going to kick no tiger. Huh? I might kick a cat, I'll be honest with you. Everybody knows how much I love cats. Yeah, right. But anyway, they're not on my top list. But anyway, I'm not kicking a tiger. Especially if that one looks like from that head. He did. But now you're mad at me. Let me tell you, some of you may have noticed this. In fact, I was going to put this slide up there. A little boy down in Florida, he was on social media a lot this week. They were having supporting their team day at school, doing all their little, whatever you want, kind of like what we did here a while back at church. We let everybody wear jerseys and things like that. Green Bay, there you go. But anyway, let them wear these little jerseys, these little high school teams from Dallas and things like that. And all these things right here. And I'm giving y'all a pop Texans. I'm helping y'all out the best I can. But anyway, the little boy went to, and he didn't have enough money to have a shirt. So he put on an orange t-shirt, much like right here, like that color there, a little orange shirt there, and he makes a little U of T, and he staples it on his, or tapes it on his shirt. It's University of Tennessee. He is a Tennessee, I guess his family is Tennessee fans. So anyway, he's down in Florida. He goes out to recess and anyway, or lunch, and I guess he gets made fun of a little bit, and he comes back in and puts his head down on the desk, and he's just distraught. He's crying. Some girls next to him at a lunch table who didn't even participate in the college colors. By the way, what did I just say about the church jumping in? That's what happens. I've been a part of ministry for 27 years, and I've had people say, "Preacher, we shouldn't do this." I said, "Do you participate in it?" "No." "Then shut your mouth." Right? Ain't none of your business. Anybody knows me knows that's how I am. I don't care. Don't you criticize something you're not a part of. I have little toleration for people who want to talk about politics when you didn't vote. I've had people when the elections come up and they're hot headed. "I wouldn't have him this, I wouldn't have." I said, "Did you vote?" "No." "Then shut up." So that was a side. But anyway, these little kids made fun of him, and he was devastated, according to his teacher. University of Tennessee found out about it. University of Tennessee took his little U of T design. Look at it when you get home. It's just a kid. It's just a little kid drawing on this. They printed it up on T-shirts. They sold 50,000 T-shirts. Just like that. 50,000 of them. To go to the foundation to support anti-bullying. And the band wore them yesterday. I thought I heard that. I wasn't for sure about that, but I heard the band was going to wear them. And yeah, don't you take my story. That's my next story now. Come on. Tell us, this is the best part. Listen, this is the best part.
It says if he meets academic requirements, he has a 4-year scholarship.
To the university. He's just an elementary kid.
Yeah.
And they're going to give him a scholarship if he meets all the requirements to get into school. Let me tell you something. That was courageous for a little kid. He didn't have a shirt, but it's pretty courageous for a Tennessee fan in Florida to wear a shirt like that anyway, regardless. But that's just like an Arkansas fan in Aggie land. But and to staple it or to tape it on his shirt, that was courageous for him to step up. And then when he was down, hey, by the way, you're going to get kicked down every once in a while. You're going to get kicked down every once in a while. But guess what? God still loves you. God still cares about you. And there's some good people, Russell, in this world still, that said, hey, let's give that boy willing, look at there. There's a kitty. Look at that. Many of us look like that little kitty right there in our spiritual life. But God has designed us to be that one in the reflection there. He's designed that real you to come out. You want to change the world around us? When evil abounds, you're going to have to let the real you come out of you. And that tiger needs to come out and needs to be that spiritual lead and guide in your life. Where's your tiger at today? Where's it at? You say, man, I don't know, I'm getting kicked around. Evil's kind of kicking me around. Then you need to bite back a little bit. You need to be that tiger. Ain't nobody going to kick on a tiger, I promise you. Nobody going to mess with a tiger, right? You're not going to mess with a tiger, are you? Yeah, he said, man, no, ain't no way. I might kick that little thing up on top around a little bit. No, he's so cute. I do like that one. That's kind of cute. If I can find me a little kitten like that right there, you hear it right here. Delete this part of the video after this. But if I found a kitty like that, I might take it home.
They don't stay.
I know.
Just like kids, they grow up.
I knew I'd get people riled up on that. Listen to this. The people, in verse 29, the people of the land have practiced extortation and exhortation. And committed, I got tongue tied, right? Robbery. They have, I got to think about that cat, oppressed the poor and needy and have extorted from the sojourner without justice. Put this in your notes. No one is doing anything. When evil abounds, I look even today, you look around, and that's what's going on in the scriptures today. He's looking around and nobody's doing anything. He desires for them to be something, but they're not. And he's looking around and he says, you've got to be better, you've got to be doing this, you've got to do this. I was thinking in 1 Samuel chapter 17, a little boy, you may know this little boy, a little shepherd boy, and his name was David. Y'all remember him? And you remember when his brothers were out fighting, and he comes up, he were taking care of the sheep, and Daddy sent him out with some food, if I'm not mistaken. And he comes up, and he hears old Goliath out there saying, what are y'all doing? Y'all can't defeat me. That's just me paraphrasing. And this is something that, and I'll paraphrase this as well, but David says this, who's this guy? The little shepherd boy comes up over the ridge, and he starts hearing, who's that little boy? Who's he? And they said, shut up, man. Shut up, man. That's a heck guy. Yeah, you get mad, man. And you read this when you get home. Here's what he tells them. He says, you know that God that helped me slay a bear out there one day? Lion, well, all those things. Remember, he described all that stuff. When I was out there watching the sheep, something come up, and I took care of him. That same God, he took care of that big old boy. And this is what he's paraphrasing. He said, you want me to take care of him? I'll take care of him if you want me to. They said, no, I'll take care of him. Then they pile him down with all the equipment, right? Got it all Samuel stuff. Got it all up on there. He's ready to roll. No, I don't need that. Just give me some smooth stones. I'll take care of this old boy. Thursday night, we talked about his son, Solomon. Solomon would would not be who Solomon was if it hadn't been for Daddy, who was a little shepherd boy, who grew up to be a great king. Because God saw him as the apple of his eyes. David had problems, noted, documented. But David raised a generation to love and to care and to go to God when they could have asked for anything, as we talked about Thursday night, to go to him and say, God, just give me wisdom. And God said, I will give you anything if you'd ask me, but you've asked for this, and I'm going to give that to you, but I'm also going to give you everything else that you did not ask for. When you look at your life, when no one else is doing it, maybe you need to be like David, or maybe you need to be like Peter that throws his feet over at the boat when Christ said to walk to him. And even though the storms come, he was more courageous enough to get over the boat than most of us would have been. Maybe that's you today. When you say nobody's doing anything, so why don't you do it? And in the last portion that we're going to read today, it says, and I sought for a man, in verse 30, I sought for a man who among them who should build up the wall and stand in the breach or the gap before me for the land, that I should not destroy it, but I found none. Therefore I have poured out my indignation upon them, I have consumed them with fire of my wrath, I have returned their way upon their heads, declares the Lord. Lastly, I want you to just put invitation. God is looking for somebody to stand in the gap. He's looking for that David. He's looking for that Peter. He's looking for that inner tiger within us, that spiritual life. He's looking for somebody to stand where nobody else will stand. Let me tell you, if you want to set the world on fire in your life, we need to have somebody that's willing to step in the gap. When God is looking for somebody, when evil abounds, when God's looking for somebody in your family to change a generation, if you're not following Christ today, listen to me, if you're not following Christ today, you're taking a generation to hell with you. But you can take a generation, another generation to heaven with you if you'll change your life today. You can do that. And it's not just by coming today, it's by living it daily for Him, outside the walls, standing in the gap. Standing in the gap. Acknowledging Him, knowing that you're that breach dweller, or that gap dweller, that one that wants life and salvation, that you want to change the world around you, that you don't want to be a kitten all your life, you want to be a tiger for God. You want to change life. When that cat walks in, go here, oh, that's cute. When that tiger walks in, there's going to be people up on the chairs. No, I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to get up this raft. Have Tony trying to push me up there. Tony went to defend himself. What? You're going that door and shut it behind you, right? Whatever. What I'm trying to say is, somebody's going to take notice of that tiger, right? I might miss that kitten in somebody's purse. But I'm not going to miss that tiger when Russell brings it in here. Russell's like, I ain't bringing the tiger in. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's what the world needs to see. They need to see what you are. When everything breaks loose. Now, I'm going to be courageous and I'm going to go straight on. Head to head. Because this is the real me that God wants for my life to be. Paul, you got that up? This is Landon. Landon lives in Lincolnton, North Carolina. I don't know this young man, but I know several of his friends. And I've been noticing posts about little Landon for a while. And I come across a video of Landon. I don't know how long ago it's been, but as you can tell, Landon has, maybe you can't tell, he's got a hat on there, but Landon has been sick. He's been sick for a while. And Landon come on Facebook and had a little song that he wrote. And the little song had this in it. There's no power strong like God. I'm just pulling excerpts out of it. I just typed them out as He died on the cross for our sins because He loves us. He made us. He made us. He loves children and everyone. He helps people. He loves us so much. Listen to this. He can take pain and sorrow away. He forgave us if we did something wrong. He challenges or changes everything. No more pain. He adds that again. Or sorrow. You know what was on his mind, right? The best thing I can tell you, this is what brought tears to my eyes, still do. The best thing I can tell you is I am blessed. That's how he ended his little song. On Friday, Landon went to see his Jesus. He passed away, and he changed the world forever. I've had preacher friends all over this country that have met little Landon. Some national organizational stuff that he attended, I'm sure, and different things. He has affected a lot of little preachers across this country. But he affected me, and I have never met him because going back to what I opened up with an illustration of a little friend that I had in my home church growing up, being courageous. I'm thinking in 2019, and I have a little neighbor girl down the road, being courageous, fighting a disease. But this little man took it to another level. I'm going to be courageous because God loves me and He takes my pain. And on Thursday or Friday, whatever it was, He took his pain and He took his sorrow that he wrote his little song about away. Amen. Why is it that we need to be the real us? It's because there's people out there that need to raise generations and families up, because he has a mom, he has a dad, and I'm sure I don't know anything about it, but somebody raised that little boy right. And we need some courageous people to raise generations up right. So when the hells of life come, we can turn to God and say, I am blessed because of who He is. Will you stand and ask Paul to play us something back there? I'm just going to ask you to let the Lord work in your life today. I firmly believe, as I've looked at some of you in your face today, that God's speaking to you. And I just ask that you just, on the first verse, or maybe even before you even start, you just come and ask God to work in your life today. Maybe you're here and you say, preacher, my spiritual life is just like a little old kitten, but I need to be a tiger for God. I need spiritually to be something better than what I am. Would you come today? On this verse, would you come right now? Let God move in your life today. This is your time. You come. This is your time. You come. You come. Right here on this verse, you walk in. Come on, let him have it. How about it today? I want to be that tiger. I want that today. Would you come today? This is your time. Let him have it today. Let him have it. Let me tell you, you're not going to change your life doing the status quo. I'm not going to change my life doing the status quo. I'm going to change it by being something God intends for me to be. Would you come today? This is your time. How about it today? How about it? That inner being of you, are you getting pictured out in this whole world, the evil abounding in your life? Let him have it. Let him have it. How about it? This is your time. This is your time. As he's praying, you come and pray. You just turn your heart over to him. Let him have it. Maybe you're here today and you say, preacher, I'm not where I need to be, God. There's no way, if I looked at the reflection, I wouldn't see anything back. I'm nothing. The same God that made that little kid, the same God that made that big tiger, can change you today. Say, I don't know if He can change me. I've had all this stuff in my life. No, He can change you. My attitude's wrong, Richard. He can change that.